As if these two didn't have enough to compete with each other for, now they get to figure out who had the best death in the alternate world, and who had the more awkward waking up. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing the season finale of Wynonna Earp. And let's be honest, the season's already kicked ass. So, I Hope You Dance, Wynonna Earp, Season 2, Episode 12. Wynonna is running out of time, and is desperate to defeat the widows before her fate is sealed. Okay, a little bit of puns in there. But I like the fact that we start the episode off right away with just shy of her water breaking, and I love everything about this tonight. This was how season finales should be written. Let's quickly just go back over everything that's going on this year. We have two women dressed in black who are actually the spirits of dead women who were married to a demon. The demon's the one that caused the Earp curse and may or may not have originally created Peacemaker, or maybe Doc already had Peacemaker. Either way, these two, the widows we call them, are looking to break 3 magical seals. Last week they broke the 3rd one with the help of Bobo Del Rey, who died in the season finale last year, but is back from hell. By the way, just to add complications, Wynonna's pregnant. The father might most likely be Doc Holliday, but there's also a chance he might be a Reverend. It's rare, but yes, Reverends can reproduce. It happened once before. By the way, that might be Waverly because she found out she's not really an Earp, even though she was raised an Earp. And that's 12 episodes in only a few minutes. Now, on to the new episode. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. The episode starts with Waverly trying to be badass, and Bobo not pulling his punches as much as we thought he would be. In fact, he pretty much puts the girls down. Everyone's pretty much in recovery mode from the I can't believe it's not a wonderful life last week, and Wynonna is now ready to burst with pregnancy. So, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, no, 2 weeks ago, I had guesstimated that the trick was going to be to use the plate to make bullets for Peacemaker, and I said, please let it be bullets. And okay, well, we learn out this week that it was meant to be a shield against something like the demonic force, but it's made out of an alloy of the same metal that makes Peacemaker, plus the metal that protects the Earp Ranch, and therefore they make a super bullet out of it. Now, we still have a handful of people to get put down for the count, because the widows are now fighting each other. The idea of it being 2017, no nonsense, I'm a working woman on my own, I don't need to be married to a demon, has somehow set them apart. And that's pretty much where we start our episode. But things just go crazy from there. A standoff that has a trick shot, the likes of which I'm not sure that Mythbusters would be too happy with saying is realistic, but I think has been done before. Have you ever seen one of those moments where someone shoots a bullet into in midair? Well, imagine the magic bullet, the one that can be fired from Peacemaker to kill a demon, being shot in half by the best gunslinger alive, Doc Holliday. With what I can only call a bank shot, both of the widows are killed with one bullet. And it is amazing. Okay, but we still have the problem of Wynonna is about to give birth, and there's only one place they can go, the bar. Except now, everyone's out to get this baby. And I mean everybody. The Reverends want it, Black Badge wants it, that weird cult of firefighters want it, you name it, they want it. And of course, we have to have a little bit of backstabbery. Although in this case I kind of feel like she might be a little justified after how she was treated. Rosie wants to steal the baby. Well, the weird firefighter cult has dolls at a standoff before the Doc can get there. The actual Doc, not Holiday. And all of this played out during the whole is Waverly an Earp or not. So my first question of the night involves the gun. When it reacted in Waverly's hand and glowed blue, even though it didn't actually kill the Revenant, do you think that was because Wynonna told it to? Or do you think there's something else going on with her ability to control that gun? I personally think there's still a lot going on that we need to figure out, and hopefully next season we'll find out more. For right now, though, this episode was full of ups and downs. Just real quick off the top of my head, moments I haven't even mentioned yet. Plastic guns, knives going through friggin' Doc's hands, Bobo having white hair because he's been empowered by a demon. I mean, everything. the moment while they were trying to cross outside of town. But okay, I could literally spend an hour just going over all the cool parts, because that's how many there were in this hour-long episode. Let's talk about something else that happened, though. Something a little more on the negative side. I realize that it's a really cool plot point that Wynonna, right after giving birth, stood up and fired her gun. But there's a couple things I'd like to point out. And yeah, I understand not everyone out there has had a baby, but there's this thing called a secondary birth, where you actually push out the parts that aren't necessary in your body that grew there in order for the baby. And just in general, the weakness and the... Yeah, someone's not standing up and delivering badass lines and shooting their gun right away. Like, if she had stayed seated and was in a lot of pain but was shooting, I think it would have been more realistic and no less badass, really, because being able to do that sort of thing is pretty amazing after giving birth. But that's another question. In a show full of demons and magic guns and magic plates and the dragon guy that can breathe fire, am I being hypocritical asking for realism with pregnancy? Okay, so 12 episodes, a whole rewrite because of the fact that the actress that plays Wynonna was pregnant, and an extension of the season. And you know what? The whole thing was excellent. There was part of me that wondered whether they'd saddle her with the kid in show since she has one out of show, but I guess not, because they send the baby away. And that was actually some pretty good thinking, the idea of having the guy she saved who was rich. Good work. On top of that, we have the whole dramatic, gotta say goodbye to your baby, and even Doc just tore him apart. Everyone did awesome acting in those moments, too. You could feel the pain on everyone's face. But then we have the fact that all 12 of these episodes also have been leading up to a demon lord. And I wonder, if the actress hadn't gotten pregnant, would we have seen that this season? Or was this always meant to be a 2-season arc? Does anyone even know if it got renewed for Season 3 yet? I'm going to have to look into that after this review. In the meantime, oh my god, this was awesome. And I cannot stress enough how the whole season tied in together. I especially liked the little dig. I never said she was my daughter, I said she was kin. I'm going to guess between that and the showdown between Doc and Bobo, we're going to see a lot more of Bobo next year. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he's back to being the main villain, working for this demon lord. But either way, I'm sure he'll play a big role. What do you think? Do you think we're going to get to see the demon lord up front and in person for the whole season? Or do you think it's going to be a season of dealing with Bobo again to get to him? And what did you think about that last-minute reveal? Mama. I expect there's going to be a lot more going on next year with everything going on, especially with Doc having gone to hell. But you know what? This story's already taken so many interesting turns. I'm happy with it no matter where it goes. But as this season draws to an end, I'm left wondering what I'm going to cover next. Game of Thrones ends shortly, and this just did. Well, if you like my videos, I wouldn't mind if you helped me out with a like and a share, because it really helps us build the community. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, that also helps. I review TV shows, movies, and books as they come out, and I also try to do weekly reviews of older stories in what I call Throwback Thursdays. And let's not forget what started this channel. Weekly looks at what it means to be a storyteller and different ideas on how and why we tell stories. Because that's what this is all about. Taking a walk through our shared collective consciousness as we walk through the heart of the stories we tell. I hope you have a good night, and I hope you enjoyed the season as much as I did. Thanks for watching.